Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Mattshotcha and I am your lead community developer here at Gun Media. And today we have a solo stream. Just lonely old me with my producer Rob behind the controls. And of course, as always, Gun Media help / Gun Media support on Twitch and Mixer. But yeah, basically, I'm going to be hanging out with you guys in this community check-in. We know we've had a lot of things go on recently. We wanted to touch base with you guys on that. We also wanted to make sure that we, use this opportunity. For those of you who don't know, on Tuesdays we stream Beyond, which is our community news and information show. So there's no gameplay today. Usually what we do with Beyond is we try to make sure we get all the news out of the way, talk to you guys about any emerging hot topics with any of the brands that we work on, which currently is Friday the 13th and Layers of Fear 2. And then on Thursdays, we do a little stream called Tales from the Stream, which is where we get spoopy and we talk about all things horror nerds and horror games. We play horror games from around the world of gaming, not just our own, and we hang out. My name is Mel. Nice to meet you. Gun Media Support. There she is, Mel. Mighty Mel. Yes, it's just me today, Newman on Gaming. And food, yes, Sarah Dope with the key there. Somehow Tales from the Stream always turns into Tales of the Snacks. But, we get hungry. Stream's officially sponsored by Vans. I wish. Matt riding solo today. Yep. Everybody's hard at work. We've got, a plethora of things going on around here between, Layers of Fear 2, everything that we've got going on there, as well as, Friday the 13th on Switch is a thing, and some issues with Friday the 13th recently that we wanted to talk about. There was a little bit of a server outage issue, which has been since fixed. There also were some issues with players, ranks not showing properly and things like that. Real quick, I wanted to address that, and I wanted to say that we're happy to report that we have seen some movement with some of the people whose characters and ranks and such have been reset. If you are still experiencing those issues, please head over to jasonkillsbugs.com and let us know, because the team is continuing to work through these things and keep an eye out. But we have had some movement on that, but it's a process, and not all issues are created the same, so it hasn't affected everybody in the same way. So it's something that our support team is kind of working through right now in coordination with all of our partners. But the good news is we are getting through this. We're chipping away at this. And I know it's been a pain in the neck, and that's also why we've decided to leave our double event live for those of you who have been hit with this issue with your account, at least double XP and double tapes and all of that, double CP, that's all up. Another update there on that topic, the double event, which was originally supposed to be for a weekend, but then we had the issue. The double event is going to run through this week, right? So all the way through to the weekend. It's going to run Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday at noon, we will be turning the double event off. Now that we've got our house in order, so to speak, as far as accounts and things like that, we figure, we'll let it run for the rest of this week. That way you guys can, get the, a substantial event out of the way. But then come Monday, so just under a week from today, we will turn it off at noon Eastern time. We'll share that out on social over the course of the weekend, though, and let you guys know, hey, look, it's winding down. So that way you guys have plenty of headway there. So that's the immediate news for now that I want to get out of the way. Remember, if your account is still affected, if you log in and you are still not seeing the correct rank, head over to jasonkillsbugs.com, provide as many details as possible. Our support team can follow up with you. We are fixing accounts. We are taking care of it. It's just, again, like I said, the nature of this issue is that not all people have been affected in the same way. So we need you guys to touch base with us. And there goes Gun Media Support / Gun Media Help with the Jason Kills Bugs link in the chat. Now, the pressing news is out of the way. Let's get some shout-outs out. We've got a Gary Graves, a Nuggets. We got a Havoc. We got Rob Dante. We got Chris Green. We got, of course, Gun Media Support. Suavcenzo, it looks like. Rempency. X-Quali, Resistor, Paul Smash. We're not going to say his whole name, but we'll just say Birdo. Lord Shamrock, Champ Twitch, Satay Chicken. I know we've got Kush Kush. We've got Hanson Goons, Newman on Gaming. We've got a TFR 84, part of the Gun Media Scream team. We've got a couple of folks here that are running both. We've got a Wes Keltner in the chat, and he says, I hope I get a shout out. Hey, Wes. How you doing, bud? Yeah, so how's it going, everybody? I hope you guys are having a good day. What's up, TFR? Yeah, there you go. That's my guy. Yeah, apparently the boss is watching from the office. No pressure, Matt. No pressure. Like I said, today it's just me. We're doing our usual community check-in. We want to with Beyond, we want to make sure that we take this opportunity to field any of your questions, get things taken care of. And again, kind of hang out with you guys a little bit and make sure things get sorted out. So, yes, as I said, Jason kills bugs for those account issues. The double event will be ending come Monday of next week. We've got another Tales from the Stream this week, which will be playing Layers of Fear 1 on Tales from the Stream, which is great. Fingers crossed. I'm pretty sure we have Ronnie Hobbs joining us on Thursday, and we have a Daniel Nixon, Duracom Dan, joining us on Thursday as well. We're going to hang out. We're going to talk snacks. We're going to get hungry and play Layers of Fear 1. Probably chat a little bit about Layers of Fear 2 and everything. I was trying to yell nerd at you, but I got auto-modded. Yeah, Gary, I saw that, and I was like, no, I'll let that go. But, the other thing I wanted to address real quick, I saw a couple of folks that said in chat, any news on Friday the 13th on Switch? And now I know we've talked a lot about, Layers of Fear 2 and what we're doing there. I don't want you guys to think that Friday the 13th on Switch is something that we kind of announced and now we're not really. But, again, as with most things here, we're trying to make sure that when we do provide news to you guys, it's as concrete as possible. One of the nice things about the way we operate here is that we don't want to bring you guys, a date or more news or more announcements until we have things that are buttoned up and concrete. So the team's hammering away on the Switch thing. When there is more news, believe me, you will hear about it. You'll hear about it through the usual communication channels as well as here on an episode of Beyond. I'm sure we'll probably dedicate an entire episode of the Beyond show to talking about Friday the 13th on Switch. But as of right now, there is, we're working away on it, and until we have something more concrete to share, we're going to leave that one be. I do know that things are moving along as expected and moving along well. So, whoa, what is this? What do we got going on over here? Mel, did you see my Darth Vader grip pic on Discord? Oh, that's Tom and his picture edits on Discord. Absolutely. When can we expect an announcement for a new game of you guys? Well, right now, Kush, the team here at Gun, we're focused on our immediate projects. And when I say our immediate projects, we're talking Friday the 13th on Switch, Layers of Fear 2 in participation and cooperation with our partners over at Bloober Team. And right now, that's where the focus is. So, we've got those more immediate kind of things that we're working on. And as far as anything down the line, that'll be down the line. Right now, like I said, the entire team is focused on making sure that Layers of Fear 2 can be as best as it can. What is Layers of Fear 2 chopped liver? The boss in the chat. How's it going, Pumpkin Pan? Is Switch release still slated for spring? Summer begins June 21st. I don't know that we slated it for spring. We would have to get verification there. But, I mean, when you guys get down to the day and date of spring turning into summer, I feel like you're setting me up for trouble, guys. But, yeah, the Switch release is still on track. We can put it that way for sure. I won that raffle for the Steelbook for Friday the 13th a game, and I wanted to say thank you again. My name then was Dant6991 at the time, which I recently changed. Love Friday the 13th game, my absolute favorite game right now. So much fun, and cannot wait to see what's in store next. Rob Dante, thanks very much for your support, man. I'm glad you won the Steelbook, and I'm glad it made it to you all right. Can we still expect it hit spring target or slightly later once complete? Well, really, it's gonna hit when it's ready. So, spring target is, there was no wink. Spring target is basically... That's what we're shooting for, and the team feels pretty confident we're on track, but we'll have more news about that soon. Let's see here. Oh, we do have somebody mentioning, there you go, Gun Media help with the Discord link. Maybe we can get that tossed over on Twitch as well. There's been mention, oh, there it goes on Twitch. There's been mention of some of the chat taking place on Discord. The team here, we've got a lot of big plans for what we want to do with the Discord platform. Currently, what we did was we launched our Gun Media server, which has categories for talking about general gun things, including talking about this show, a category for talking about Friday the 13th, and a category for talking about Layers of Fear. Now, right now, we're just kind of getting our feet wet with the Discord thing. We're letting the community come in and make it their own because, again, those kinds of community initiatives really thrive on community participation and involvement. So we're trying to just let it organically grow in a certain way, but we also have some cool things planned. So if you're not hanging out with the team on the Discord, please do hit the link by using exclamation point Discord in the chat. That'll give you a link that you can jump in. There's a variety of team members here at Gun that participate in the Discord and participate in everything from talk about our games to feedback to, bugs to cool content that you guys like to share, as well as just fun stuff like horror movies. Matt's green hair, take off the hat, Matt. No way, it is under all this. Look, wait, there you go, a little sneak. But when you wear a red shirt with green hair, you just end up looking like an elf. Yes, come in and say hi from Galaxy Graves, one of our great moderators over there on Discord, or talk about food. It always goes back to food. Sarah made sure that I included that in my rundown of what we talk about on Tales. When he says organically grow, I think of creature feature movies that start in a lab. Yes. Actually, talk to Mighty Mel about that one. Mighty Mel, right now, probably Mighty Mel is bugging out about, But organically grown creature features, I think that's right up Mighty Mel's alley. Have you tried Switch version, and can you say anything you like about it? I can say that I have run through a test on the Switch version, and I can say that I like the fact that I can go to summer camp on the go. I need all the avenues to talk about snacks. That's a fair interest in life. Big happy birthday to Matt's daughter. Thank you, TFR84. I appreciate it, man. Can we see the empty seats? You can see. Well, actually, yeah, Rob, if we can do camera 4 real quick, you can see that I am joined by a couch of no ones. I got my friends up here. Well, I've got my zombie friends, and then I've got my real friend trying to get away from them zombies. But yes, it's an empty house in here. And it's weird because when you're talking in here and it's just you, there's like this really weird echo in the streaming room because you're in like a somewhat soundproofed room. So it's just my own voice bouncing back at me. It feels lonely. Let's see here. Awesome pillow of Jason. That is from, you guys might have seen Mr. Ish. What's a Twitter? He brought this back from a horror convention. It's a pretty dope pillow. I have a Tarman pillow. Of course I do. In the other room, and I keep forgetting to bring it in here, but I think the Tarman pillow will go good on the other end of the couch. I got to bring him in here. Echo, echo, echo. Exactly, man. It's body pillow Jason, pumpka pan pan. I would take naps in here then. It would be bad. So yeah, guys, like I said, if you guys have any questions in chat, you can go ahead and fire them off. If not, we're going to keep this one short. Again, it's one of those days where there's a lot going on here at Gun, but it's a lot behind the scenes, and to try to pull folks from their desks when we're in the middle of doing so many different things, we wanted to make sure that we still check in, but by the same note, we don't want to pull anybody away from the important work that they're doing. So the CB Radio House, don't mention the CB Radio House too much. Wes is in chat, so if you mention CB Radio House too much, you're going to get him all fired up. He'll end up kicking the stream room door in, yelling something about, does Tommy Jarvis live there? No, Tommy Jarvis has a house, that whole thing, yeah. Layers of Fear 2 on Switch. Actually, Pumpkin Pan Pan, currently, the team is focused on our 3 launch platforms, which are PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. As far as any news about Layers of Fear 2 on Switch, that would come at a later date. Right now, the team's focused on our launch platforms. And like I said, those are the 3. TFR says, butts, Wes, ? Yeah, you summoned him now with the butt talk. Spring is almost summer. Dying to play Friday the 13th on Switch soon. Guys, the spring-summer thing, you got to stop. You got to stop. Please don't do that to me. I want to be able to stream continuously on this channel. Please don't get me fired. I like playing my horror games bent weird in random places. No, I hear you. I'm a fan of the Switch. I'm a fan of the platform. And I think that the fact that I can, be lazy, lay in bed, play a video game. I can play a video game in handheld mode while my daughter watches cartoons. I can throw it on the coffee table and go stop her from sticking her finger in an electrical socket or whatever. I love all those things about Switch. But again, like I said, it's right now we're focused on our 3 launch platforms. And as far as the other news, it will come at a later time. How is the work on Friday the 13th going for Switch? It's going well. It's going really well. I wanted to ask that question at the panel just for Matt's reaction. What question is that? Oh, about the CB Radio House? Yeah. You probably would have got a ooh no with a head shake because, it would have turned into like a WWE kind of moment there. Wes would have kicked the table over and come down into the stands. Why are you asking me about the CB Radio House? I want to play Friday on the Vectrex. Okay, you blew right past me with that one. I don't know what a Vectrex is. But, Rob, the producer. First off, Rob is a retro games nut. He is a I would say a historian of all things gaming, both retro and modern and everything. If you ever are wondering, like, this guy who made this game or this girl who made that game, what else did they make? He's like, well, and he goes into like this whole, that's our producer, Rob. And basically when I read the Vectrex line, he was already in my ears going, I'll bring one in. So thanks, Rob. We're gonna have to have it sit here on the couch with us and we'll interview the Vectrex. I'm assuming it's an old console. Here's a question, Matt. Harley got in a Pokemon Switch edition. Should I return my original one for that? Pokemon Switch? I'm not sure what you mean. Return your original one for that. That's you got to clarify there, buddy. Oh, JJC said we were still making fun of you and you weren't there. We're not making fun of him. It's all friendly, though. Cross-platform currently is not in our plans for Friday the 13th. And before you even ask, because whenever we bring up Friday the 13th on Switch, this question comes up with the cross-play question. Cross-platform is cool, don't get me wrong. Currently not in the plans. We're focusing on having a good launch with the Switch version and all of that. But, yes, cross-platform. Not currently in the plans. And as far as your save version on Switch, that's where my mind was going. I lost track of my own thought. Just like PC, Xbox, PS4, the Switch version is its own contained version of the game. So your progression and all of that, none of that's going to carry over. You're going to have to play through and level up again on the Switch. Now, with the Switch version also, we're selling it as the Ultimate Slasher Switch Edition, if I'm not mistaken. Gun Media will correct me in chat if I am. But we're selling it as the Ultimate Slasher Switch Edition, which includes all DLC minus, of course, Savini Jason. Last couple of nights, I tried to play F13 on PS4. It seems to take longer and longer to find a server. Once connected, everything is fine. Search times nearing 5 minutes. Any known issues? Really, the trick with search times and how long they take and all of that, there's a lot that goes into that as far as region and things like that. So your best bet, if you're seeing that consistently, your best bet is to report it to Jason Kills Bugs. Include your region, platform, all of these things. And that way, our support team can follow up with you because, again, trying to pin down, is there an issue with servers without knowing regions and things like that, it gets tricky. But in the interest of wanting to know as soon as possible if there is something going on, please make sure you report it to Jason Kills Bugs. What is your happiest moment seeing other people play Friday the 13th? Well, for me, both as a fan and as now having worked here, because you have to remember, I'm only at Gun about 6 months now. Previously, I backed the game on Kickstarter. I played in the early days all through up until getting the job here, and I continue to play. I would have to say there's two things that I really love about Friday the 13th. And number one, it's the die-hard film franchise fans that see things and know. When you see, Packanack and Higgins and stuff like that, you just know that is 100%, that's it. And when you see the build of Jason and the look of Jason and you know that that's 100% to a T, that's it. There's no liberties and things taken with, the recreation of something that we all love, because I grew up watching these movies and I love them as much as you guys do. Hearing from fans that are like, oh my God, I can't believe how you guys nailed this and nailed that aspect and this, that's really cool, because that to me says something about the team here at Gun and the folks that have created this Friday game for us. It says a lot about them and their, loving recreation of this franchise. The second thing, though, is seeing people just have fun. Those moments that you can't script and those moments that you can't design into a game. Like with any game like Friday, you put all of the elements in there for the people, all the tools, all the scenery, all the pieces, and then you let people loose into the world. And in that respect, they may do exactly what you thought they would, and you may be able to guide them in a direction to do a thing, and you may not. They may do something completely unexpected. And those unexpected cool encounters and random moments and hearing people scream from a scare, they didn't know Jason was close, and then, going into hilarity and all of that, that's my favorite stuff. So basically, yeah, the recreation of a world that we all love and appreciate would be one. And seeing people enjoy the items at their disposal when they're playing would definitely be two. Unofficial price tag for Switch version. I don't believe that's confirmed just yet, Suavecenzo. But if you follow us at Friday 13th Game or at Fear the Gun on Twitter, that's where you'll probably hear about it as soon as possible. Friday the 13th, the game is a love letter to the fans, is the most accurate headline I've ever read. Absolutely, Slash and Cast. Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I would have fun on Friday again if I got my account back. What happened to your account, Berto? If you're talking about the issue that happened recently with the server outage and your level is not up to where it should be, please contact jasonkillsbugs.com. Provide all the details you can about it, and they will look into it. But I'm not sure if that's what you mean or if you're locked out. I don't know why, but it works. But let's see here. What do we got? Wait 50 seconds, then cancel. Try again. I always get into a lobby that way. I have heard that workaround works, Camp Voorhees, but again, that's the kind of thing that obviously could be less than optimal. Anytime there's a server issue, anytime there's a connection issue, anytime there's somebody having a delay accessing games, we would want to hear about it. Suave Chenzo. Yep, there you go. I got it. Did twice and still nothing. Then Berto, I would say to hang on. We really appreciate your patience, but please just hang in there. We are getting through a lot of those reports, as I'm sure you can imagine. But you did contact Jason Kills Bugs. You included your in-game name and the details on what rank you were and et cetera. I'm sure they'll get back to you as soon as possible. Yeah, so the idea of canceling search and researching. While I have heard that as a workaround, anytime there's a potential issue or a slowness with our matchmaking, we want to hear about it so that we can keep an eye out because, those early warning systems, you guys are going to see that pretty early, and those reports help. Heck yeah, I would too if I had a Switch. Well, Hanson Goons, there's no better time to get one than just before we launch a Friday game on it. Yeah, they got me fixed up on my rank. Perfect, Newman. That's awesome. That's great to hear. I wish there was a play with the community day for F13. Pumpka Pan, we've actually kicked around an idea about something like that, and it may be something we roll in like with a separate stream day. It may be something that we eventually roll into a Tales or something. We've kicked around the idea. Right now, we like the format of Tales. We like the idea that, it's a chance for us all to kind of unwind a bit. It's Thursday. We're heading toward the weekend, and we get the team in here, and we talk about horror movies and snacks and whatever else, we may eventually roll in either another stream slot or, an episode of Tales or something where we sit down and play a little F13. I would jump on the sticks with you guys anytime. Also, my gamer tag is, I've posted it in the forums. It's Mattshotcha on all platforms. Feel free to add me, and I would love to jump in the game with you whenever I have a chance. F13 has come a long way. Remember, well, the launch was rough. I wouldn't go so bad as to say the game was bad. There were some issues at launch that we ironed out, but it has come a long way, and that's kind of the nature of this live title thing that you do. I was ranked 151. Trex, you're messing with me, man. I was ranked 151, and I had Tommy. Now I'm 150. I want my stuff back. Trex, nice try. Matt, what is your gamer tag? Mattshotcha, Mattshotcha. You don't want to play with the devs. I heard Ronnie is a beast as Jason. Yes, Ronnie is intimidating as Jason. Confirmed. I heard that. I want to play a couple against him and see. Yeah, I think the community is calling for a Ronnie session on Friday. I don't know. Maybe we'll... No, Justin, he's just messing around. Trex in Disguise is just trying to... Yes, sir, JJC. That's absolutely correct. Good spelling there, too. All right, guys. I think we're... Yeah, wait. Let's see. We do it on stream all the time. Yeah, guys, I think we're getting through the bulk of the questions here. I know you guys want to hear a lot about Switch. Believe me, we will provide that news as soon as we have it. But in the meantime, thanks for your patience and everything, and thanks for understanding our process here at Gun. Again, like I said, we don't want to say dates and push them and do those things. So we're basically looking to announce these things when they're concrete. That way, we announce them, we get them done, and that's that. So we appreciate the patience with us there. When we do have more news on Friday the 13th on Switch, you'll hear about it here on Beyond, our news show that we air every Tuesday at 3 p.m. And yeah, we also have another episode of Tales from the Stream coming up this Thursday. We're playing Layers of Fear 1. We're going to be hanging out with Mr. Ronnie Hobbs and Mr. Daniel Nixon, our Director of Communications and our Creative Director. And yeah, basically we will run through Layers 1 and talk to you guys about anything new on Layers 2, and also probably talk about snacks. We have to grill Ronnie on snacks. I don't think we've had the snacks talk with Ronnie, so I think it's time. Yeah, guys, so again, I really wish when Jason goes into rage, we can defend ourselves more. The idea there, Hot Wheels Ride, is to try and use those hits, those stuns on Jason till you absolutely need them so that you can kind of push back and hold off on rage. The idea is never to, when you approach Jason, the idea should never be like, I'm going to go head to head with him and hit him with a baseball bat. It should always be like a last resort, last chance so that you don't end up clobbered by him, right? So in that respect, it's kind of, that's the idea, that's the design of the game. Now, again, the rage thing has been a hotly debated topic, and the team is keeping an eye on all of the feedback. But as of right now, we have to stick to that core design idea of Jason is to be feared. And for a minute there, he was not feared. So, but again, by all means, take that feedback to the forums. I read the forum posts. I submit the feedback reports on it. By all means, take that feedback to the forums. The conversation is continual. We're never shutting you guys out from that topic. It's never that cut and dry. But again, keep in mind that core design of Jason being feared, because that's where the team is at as far as the Jason Rage mechanic. You see, and we have people in chat saying Jason Rage is perfect. Don't change Jason Rage. So it's a tricky one. Ronnie snacks kale, raw bison, organic almonds. That's crazy. Skip my question 3 times. Snook G, send it one more time. I promise I won't skip it. Roof bugs, how bad do you have to be at the game to stay on the roof all match? Justin, that's something that the team is investigating. These player out of bounds, out of reachable area, those types of things. And I see another person mentioning the car knife bug. By all means, believe me, they're frustrating. I understand. I get it. But the team is working on those. We're investigating and trying to address those as quickly as possible. You defend by escaping before he has rage or by avoidance. Yes, absolutely. Let's see here. Not just the roof. There are plenty of glitches where Jason can't get counselors. And we're looking at those as well, like the rock in the pond and in the lake, rather, and things like that. We're taking a look at any of the areas that the counselors can get out of the reach of Jason that we know of as of right now. Let's see. Oh, it looks like Wes answered Snook's question there. It was a content question, yeah. Remember in the old days, I would go hunting for roof glitchers with a shotty. Oh, you're talking about in the friendly fire days, yeah. I like the game just the way it is, despite the glitches that some players take advantage of, like trolling Jason. Yeah, well, Rob, and again, please continue to report those. We're not ever in a position to say, like, just, go ahead and deal with that. Continue to report those, because the team is absolutely investigating any of those that come through, especially if there's something that's an unintended mechanic, which, of course, we don't intend for people to hide on roofs and things like that. Justice for Johnny. You mean Camaro hair? Some of the glitches are so funny that I don't want them to be fixed. JJC, I think you're in the minority there, but the good old friendly fire days. Paul Smash, yep. Snook, Wes actually answered that. There will not be new content within Friday the 13th on any platform due to the ongoing litigation with the F-13 license. Can't keep the game as it is right now forever, so what are your plans? How do you mean? Yeah, Rob Dante, if you're running into issues, definitely report it with any footage you can. Jason Kills Bugs is a good place to report. And again, if you have footage or something like that, report it. It's not from a position of punitive action against this person that you're saying you've encountered. It's more from an issue of, well, let's figure out what they're doing, what they're utilizing, so that we can tune, balance, and bug fix accordingly. People can get on the Stillwater outhouse on Higgins by walking on the fence. That would be an excellent video to send over to jasonkillsbugs.com. All right, guys, it looks like we're getting down a rabbit hole of bug reports. Please remember that jasonkillsbugs.com is the best place to take any of this if you have a screenshot, video, anything like that, or even just steps to recreate the issue. Please report it. You can also report on the forums, but Jason Kills Bugs is a direct line to the team. We assure you that people here, human beings, read those reports. It's not a place where a report can go to be ignored. We have real folks actively working and reading those reports. Regardless, love the game. Thanks, Rob. And Hot Wheels, I didn't want to interrupt. I saw you talking to the boss, Wes himself. Thanks for popping in. Can you confirm a release date for LOF2 today? Ha, ha, ha. No, I can't, Nuggets. We need to ban Nuggets in chat. Add fake maps, fake killers, modes, or even fake campers. That has nothing to do with F13. No, that's again. Snook, we had the whole conversation. We started the show out with a conversation about authenticity. Now we can't go just adding a bunch of fakeness in there. Come on. I get where you're coming from, and I get that this comes from a place of love for the game. But we can't add anything at this point, and we appreciate the passion and the dedication and the support. But yeah, believe me, if there was a way around that. Can we have pick up any weapons for Jason? That I don't think we can have, but if you do hit, I think it's level 150. I think at 150, or it may be in the 140s, you get weapon swaps, so you can use all of the different weapons for the different Jasons. But as far as pick up any weapons for Jason, that's a pretty detailed and complex system that if it's not in place at this point, it's, yeah. Let's see here. Thanks for the F13 game. I hope you continue making it better ASAP. We are absolutely 100% still working on our bug fixes and balancing passes. Keep an eye out for news on that. Yeah, F13 weapon swap, JJC said, yeah. Oh, 113 weapon swap. There you go. So it's 113. It's earlier even than I thought. What is Matt's shirt? That's my friend Punk Rock Cat. Yep. Friday the 13th game is number 1. I love the game. Thank you, Hot Wheels Ride. We appreciate that. We appreciate all of the support from you guys. All right, guys. It looks like we're pretty much cleared up of the community check-in. Again, for those of you who maybe aren't aware, Beyond, it's our Tuesday live stream. Starts every week at 3. Some weeks we'll have news. Some weeks we'll have something like this where it's just a community check-in. It's just our opportunity to sit and talk with you guys, get your questions answered, get as many of the things out of the way as possible. If there's anything ongoing in our games, we can identify, discuss, that kind of a thing. It's basically an opportunity for us to talk about all things that Gun Media is working on with you guys, whether that be news or issues. On Thursdays, we have a stream that is a little more fun, not less. It's a little less business, a little more fun. It's like casual Thursday for the Gun Media stream team here. And basically, it's us hanging out, playing horror games from around the world of gaming, talking about all things horror, and hanging out with our friends, you, the community. So again, both shows, they air at 3 on Twitch and Mixer. Tuesdays are Beyond. Thursdays, Tales from the Stream. And again, guys, like I said, you can always follow up with us at Fear the Gun on Twitter, at Friday 13th Game on Twitter, and also through our official forums. We have the Discord, which is !Discord in the chat. And if you haven't joined that yet, please do. We've got a whole bunch of folks from Gun hanging out, and we've got some big plans for fun things down the line. And yeah, guys, we will see you guys Thursday with Tales from the Stream. Thank you for hanging out. Take care, everybody.